Whew. Wow. Breaking news, everybody. Breaking news. I'm absolutely sweating trying to get all the information on this. We've had some breaking news regarding the sale of Manchester United, and I will read it out as it follows. So, the preferred bidder of Manchester United will be named this week, apparently. This week. Now, I'm not sure if that's a typo or if that's no idea. Absolutely no idea. But they will be named this week. If it's this week, I mean, it's Sunday today. So surely that means tonight. Surely they must have meant next week. But this is coming from Lawton Times, who's been very good reporting on this. Mike Keegan has come out with reports on this as well. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim are finalising deal details with the club's sellers with a long-awaited decision on exclusivity finally expected later this week. I mean, we have waited for God knows how long for this decision. It's been about 7 months on it since the Glazers announced that they was looking for strategic alternatives to sell the club. Of course, at the time, we was all absolutely raving from the rooftops because we wanted the Glazers gone for 18 months then. We wanted the Glazers gone for 18 years. 18 years it's took. And I tell you what, this deal, this sale, whatever you want to call it, has felt like it's taken 18 years. It has dragged on. And finally, we're getting some concrete news now from very credible journalists. Fuck all these ITK counts and all that saying, I know this and this is going to happen and watch out and all this kind of, but they don't know anything. They don't know a single thing. Said it was going to be soon. It is certainly going to be soon. And I think it's next week. I'm not sure if it's a typo or not, but that's what it is at the minute. I've got a few more updates here. So apparently, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's people had been in advanced talks with Rain for a number of weeks. Insiders have disclosed there was something of a breakthrough with Sheikh Jassim's bid. After his latest bid, Ratcliffe's Ineos outfit had appeared to have nosed in front, but those acting on behalf of Sheikh Jassim, who at one stage had thought they had lost, now feel like they are very much in the game following the dramatic submission of an improved offer last week. And remember, we was talking about it yesterday as a community together, and we were saying that kind of second sentence in Laurie Whitwell's tweet where he said this Qatari bid now is significant. There was something you saw in that, and you're like, why would he say that? So this new bid that they put in seems to have, I don't know, gauged interest. I have no idea. The bidders in the battle for Manchester United are hoping to hear this week if they have finally been given exclusivity status to complete a deal now approaching £6 billion. Ineos had been in advanced talks with Rain, prompting the Qataris to believe they had lost. However, there has been a renewed sense of optimism in the past 72 hours, fueled by dialogue with the Glazers and their representatives towards the end of last week. Make sure you all smash the video, smash a like on the video, by the way. Subscribe to Real Reds Talk if you're new around here. And get your comments in as well. I'm going to read all your comments in. Let me know about this news, how you feel about it. If you want Qatar in, if you want Sir Jim Ratcliffe in, if you just want the Glazers to piss off, basically. I think everyone's on the same book with that. Ratcliffe had initially submitted an offer for 69% of Manchester United, held by the Glazers. Now that figure is understood to be closer to 60%, with an opportunity for the Glazers to retain a stake as a means of investment. The Qataris believe a final decision simply comes down to whether the Glazers want to maintain some involvement with Manchester United. Now, I'm given hope by the fact that they're looking to sell the club, but the issue is with, and the issue that has been with a lot of people, is the fact that Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to get into bed with the Glazers, not actually. Well, you don't know, but not actually. And he wants to buy now 60% rather than 69%. So how does that work out with majority shareholders, minority investment? All you just don't know, do you? But the key thing is that it's going to be announced next week. It's going to be announced. So after waiting all this time, I'll tell you what, the sale of this club has made our negotiating with Frankie de Jong look like nothing. Looked like it was absolutely nothing, because this has taken way too long. Way too long. Going for bids, first bid, second bids, third bids, fourth bid, fifth bids. You're just like, what is going on here? We're Manchester United. We're not running like an efficient club. Everything we do is notoriously slow. We are Slug FC. So to finally get this breakthrough news from Mike Keegan and Lawton Times, fantastic news, fantastic news. Let me get into your comments. In fact, just for people who are just tuning in, the preferred bidder for Manchester United will be named this week. So Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim are finalising deal details with the club sellers with a long-awaited decision on exclusivity finally expected later this week. That is the news. That is the breaking news right now. Dan Raj saying Qataris, please. Brian saying, I don't think anyone cares at this point. Who wins? We just want it sorted. Yeah, absolutely. Dan saying they're giving ETA for an ETA. Even Keegen is behind. It's done, says Ronak Joshi. Cleon Lopez says, is it true? We will know the new owner next week. Well, according to reports, it is, yeah. Hi, hate to say I feel anything but a full sale to Sheikh would be the end of our club. Well, that's the thing with the treble. City winning the treble last night, you're kind of thinking, do we need, significant wealth to compete with the likes of Man City, to compete with the likes of Newcastle when they eventually get up there? Because of the cloud that the Glazers have left over Old Trafford, do we need this significant investment? Because United are one of the few clubs who can sustain themselves. But because of the investment needed in the stadium, the fact that the debt's still lingering, that's the point. Sheikh Jassim's bid is like 4.5 billion, but 700 million of it will be on top of that to clear the debt. And then there's a further pledge of £1 billion to invest into the club. But obviously the Glazers don't care about that because that's not going in their pocket. They're just like, well, I don't care what you invest after. We care what's going in our pocket, essentially. So I think personally, I've never said who I actually want. I've always been on the fence about it. I just think significant cash investment into this club is what we need to make us the best again to compete with the likes of City. You look at De Bruyne goes off last night injured, and you're looking at Phil Foden coming on, and you're just like, if that was us, we've got Vegas going off, and then we have to rejig the whole team to try and get a striker in there and figure it out. And do you know what I mean? So, and that's because of the Glazer ownership. We've been managed we've spent the same amount of money as Man City, but invested it in completely the wrong players. That's where it stands. So not only do we need a cash injection, we need the right cash injection. It's all good someone coming in and saying money, but it needs to be spent right. That's the key here. It needs to be spent right. And if it is, and you get competent people in, not people who are at the club now, I don't believe all these kind of journalists who are putting stuff out about Richard Arnold and John Murtaugh being fantastic at what they're doing, as if they weren't already at the club anyway for the past 7 years when all the fucking shit was kicking off with the Super League. And I know they're not in charge of the Super League, but I'm saying with recruitment and things like that, like it's been a mess for the past 10 years. So don't spout that absolute bullshit that they've been great for the club. They've not. That is something that seriously needs looking at, regardless whoever it is who comes in. You need to look up top, mate, and the people that are at the board and the people who are running this club first and foremost. The manager we seem to have got right. So the transfer window we brought in was good, but then the dealings of it with Frankie de Jong and Arnautovic, Rabiot, like people like this, you're just like, what is going on? It was an absolute mess. DK Wilson saying, so the Glazers mire the club into debt and want a deal that retains them as investors. It takes some guts to be that open about thievery. Exactly. Glazer and Sir Jim are both same, greedy for money. They look United as... Thing is with the Glazers, right? Imagine this. You get a club, right, that you don't even invest any money in yourself. It's your dad's money, right? Malcolm Glazer, who buys the club. First and foremost, he only used about 200 million of his own money, and then the other 500 was borrowed on the club, essentially, which should never have been allowed to happen in the first case. But even so, it happened. It's done, right? They get the club. The dad then dies. The wealth gets passed on to these baby rats, and now they're arguing, saying, "Oh well, we've not got 6 billion yet. We've not got 6 billion." And you're like, "Hey, you inherited this club from your dad, and your dad didn't even pay for the club." And you're pushing for 10 times the amount it's worth. It's insane. It's mental. When you really think about it, the fact that they've dragged it on for this long has always proved and has always been evidence, as if we've ever needed it anyway, because we know what they're like. This is cold, hard evidence that they do not give a fuck about Manchester United. They don't care. They never have done. They are hard-nosed businessmen who will just ignore all the noise and just wait until the money signs go up and up and up and up. And the fact that they're in this position to do this makes me sick, to be honest, because they have played Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim, whichever way you look at it. If they go with Sheikh Jassim or they go with Sir Jim, they've played him like a fiddle. They played him like an absolute fiddle. They just sat there and said, up it. Are you going to offer us more money, Sir Jim? How are you going to do that? Bring us on board and then give us more money 3 years. Sound. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Sheikh? He's getting into bed with us. He's going to give us more money in 3 years. What are you going to do about that? And Sheikh Jassim's in a position where it's like, what do we do? Like, we have to bid more. And then that fifth final bid comes in, and then that makes it more equal now, apparently, according to reports. So this is where we're at in a minute. The Qatar fifth and final bid has kind of brought them back into play, and now they're sat there like, this is it now. Countdown time. At least we're hoping anyway. I swear to God, if we hear something next week that comes out about this and they're sat there and they're going, actually, we decided there's going to be another 6th or 7th bid and we're going to give these people a chance to throw some more money in. You're like, oh my fucking God. Honestly, please, we've got a transfer window coming up the 14th of June. A transfer window is upon us. I pray to God that it is done at least before then. So then Sheikh Jassim, whoever it is, comes in, significant funds, bang, go spend. Go get Mason Mount, go get your Harry Kanes, go get this, go get that, and prepare for pre-season. Pre-season isn't that far away. It's literally not that far away. You need to get your transfers in the door. Last year, we only had Malacia on the plane. That was it. That significantly hinders your season. We had Casemiro and Antony towards the end of August. And then it's, what a fucking mess, honestly. 30 people in the chat. Make sure you smash like on the video and subscribe to Real Reds Talk. For everyone, the 100 people in TikTok, if you're not subscribed to YouTube yet, make sure you do. Because when things go live about the ownership and the takeover and transfers, we are the first to go live on dot. So turn on that notification bell and make sure you don't miss a single thing. If you want to become a Real Red Ultra, join the membership for £4 a month. You get exclusive content every single week, a badge next to your name, and a chance to feature on the show and a few little bits of news here and there. Then please do click that join button next to the notification bell. We've got one spot left on the starting 11. So if you want to be a part of that and become a Real Red Ultra, please consider it. It helps us get big guests on like we've had on already. We've had Laurie Whitwell on. We've had Jay from Stretford Paddock, James from the Muppeteers, Jonathan Schreiger. Like, we've had some great guests, and it helps improve that. So appreciate every single one of you, all you guys in the community. I'm going to read out all your comments now whilst I get a breath. Dan is saying exclusive Tottenham is close to signing David Raya. Oh, that's very interesting. David Raya. Yeah, because Lloris is going to go, isn't he? I don't like that because I wanted David Raya. Grey 100 saying, yes, boy, just watched the earlier show. Enjoyed it. Thanks. Thank you very much. If you guys want to check that out, we did a live show, a news show with a little bit of fun towards the end with opening packs and stuff. So that was interesting. Hashley Dallows in the chat. Good to see you, sir. Not seen your name for a while. Looks like this will never end and it'll go all summer. We'll be penalised in the transfer market and feeling not backed. Eric Ten Hag might go as he'll not be short of clubs after. I tend to agree with that. He's also saying after what proved with Manchester United. Neil Saki saying, please say it's not true. Pickford. We did a show on Pickford before. If you want to go check that out, it's literally this morning. Well, this afternoon we did it about 12 o'clock. So if you want all the updates on Jordan Pickford, that's where that is. But today we are talking about the new bid being confirmed. So Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim are finalising deal details with the club sellers with a long-awaited decision on exclusivity finally expected later this week. The Qataris believe a final decision simply comes down to whether the Glazers want to maintain some involvement with Manchester United. United edit saying, where's this new owners to be announced been mentioned? The Lawton Times, Mike Keegan, all the credible people that you want. Look on Twitter. These guys have been credible on. If you've been following the ownership situation, all the updates and everything that's been happening, these guys have been absolutely spot on about it. So that's where I'm getting from. I'm not just pulling it out my ass. I'm not just talking absolute dribble. This is concrete news. So when is this saga going to end? Doing my head in. Says Shane Unsworth, Apple user. Who will be the new owner? It's not guaranteed who it's going to be. It's just guaranteed that it's going to be announced. That's what's coming out. Being leaked, the Glazers are not selling. I don't know where that's leaked. Talking absolute nonsense. Glazers are like a cancer. Yep. All American owners are property developers and do not get footy. Jordan Pickford to United. Everyone's going on about Pickford. No one's bothered apparently about the ownership. Everyone's talking about Pickford. A lot of people saying I'm feeling Qatari as well, to be honest. Let's see the poll. I'll put a poll out. Who will win? 85% said Qatar, 15% says Ratcliffe. Now, I'm going to put another poll out, and I think it's going to go a similar way, to be completely honest with you. Who do you want? Truthfully. Again, people on TikTok as well. I know it's going to go. I just know it's going to go. But look, people saying Qatari already. Like, it is warm today. Dear me, it is absolutely warm. Wow. Callum saying you got a full-time job. This is my full-time job. Football, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Brother, can you please do a poll? Who do you want to win? I've literally just read my mind, mate. You read me mind. It's already up there. 86% already Qatar, 14% Sir Jim. For the people who have put Sir Jim, let me know in the comment section why you've put Sir Jim. Just out of curiosity. I'm not no judgmental things or anything here. I just want to know why you want him in. Callum saying zero ball knowledge, though. Don't watch them. How can you sit there? It's like zero ball knowledge. You're watching me on a live, so clearly you've got nothing better to do with your day. Just don't make sense to me, that. Grey 100, thunder and lightning has started from the east of Manchester, bro. Should cool down soon. But then it goes humid, doesn't it? It goes really humid. Whew, wow, now. Want neither, but between two, Sir Jim, says Sam. Interesting. Qatar all day long, says Redorded. I can't see anything anywhere about the announcement. Go on Twitter, Mike Keegan and Sir Jim. Sir Jim. Well, obviously Sir Jim's not reported it. And Matt Lawton. Sorry. Sir Jim like that. Type in. I've won. I've won. Ignite Ethan says, imagine getting Pickford. No. No. Don't want Jordan Pickford naming club. Passion merchant, mate. The only thing he does is shout all game. He makes a few good saves and he'll go. Even if you've not done anything, you could just be watching the game and he come behind you and you go. Absolute passion merchant. Don't want any of them. Got enough of them as it is. Adiele Gibengo says Qatar is the ideal owner. George saying passionista. Yeah, that's what he is. Exactly what he is. Overrated, in my opinion. Moondog, Jim, oil money will just turn you into City and PSG vibes. Your history will be ruined because everyone will just remember you for oil money. Well, there's an interesting point from Moondog. For all you guys who are Qatar in, do you not feel like there'll be a certain hypocrisy? All the stuff about Man City that you were saying, or that we were saying about them being an oil club. And I know we were successful beforehand, so it's not going to change us that much. But the fact that state ownership will be coming in, and it is state ownership. For people who are trying to cover it and say like, oh, it's state. No, it's a different guy under different aliases. Come on. It's state ownership. It is. Simple as that. Brian K said, the only Jim I want at United is Sir Jim Bowen. Ashley Dallow, off record, my national team played today and we finally won Mauritius 3-0. Very nice. Grey 100, we need to play City's money game to compete, not hypocrisy. It's leveling the playing field. Soon Qatar being announced, I'll be buying a KFC. The new owner is Sheikh, 100%. It's a done deal. That's a confirmed source from user 3094722326167. He's clearly in the know. When will it be announced? Where did you read this? I've said it about a million times. Go on Twitter. Please go on Twitter and have a look at Mike Keegan and have a look at Matt Lawton. Please. Save yourself all the time. Jason saying, yeah, it'll be oil money, but we don't lie about our sponsors and income like City. Fair play. Callum saying, who would you prefer to take over? I don't know. I've had splinters in my backside since this ownership thing started. I've not fully committed to one. I've seen pros and cons with both, to be honest with you. So, I don't know. Ideally, I want someone like Apple or Amazon or something like that. I think the Sir Jim Ratcliffe deal is a little bit dodgy, getting into bed with the Glazers. Knowing they're still there, making money, will it actually feel like they've gone? It won't. Like, I want that moment where you're outside Old Trafford, popping champagne, being like, they finally fucked off. That's the moment I want. And Sir Jim's depriving us of that. So, I don't know. George saying, Maguire doesn't want to go, and I don't blame him. He says he wants to fight, but he knows he'd rather sit there and get cash because I don't think he even believes in himself. Neil Sake says Elon Musk. Do you remember all that talk with Elon? It was like, oh, who's going to buy? Is it confirmed that we will know the new owners this week? Is Mike Keegan reliable, or worst, are the Glazers reliable to believe? Well, Mike Keegan's been pretty good. Like I said, anyone who's followed the takeover, the journalists you need, people talk about Fabrizio Romano and all due respect, be like Laurie's been on the channel, but people like that, they're football journalists. They haven't got the inside of the scoop really on this takeover. People who got the scoop are like financial journalists, people like Mike Keegan, people like Matt Lawton, The Times. Stuff like this. Daily Mail, which is strange because Daily Mail, as far as I'm concerned. Thanks, Blaine. Thank you very much. Talking. I've lost track of thought now. What was I saying? Yeah, people like Daily Mail usually look at me like, oh, Jesus Christ. No. But they've been quite reliable, to be honest with you. Everything they've said has been pretty spot on. I'm just going to check if there's any more updates whilst I'm live now, because every update I've just mentioned there and talked about has been the most up-to-date one within the last 20 minutes. So I'm just seeing if anything further has been announced. Inter Milan signing the keeper, blah, blah, blah. Don't really care about that. David Raya, though, I'm a bit annoyed. David Raya going to Tottenham because I really wanted David Raya, so that's frustrated me. I can still hear it now in my garden. Yeah, you know, George, and it's loud, that proper loud playing, man. We just need an owner that understands the club and football, put the right people in place, and the club can run itself with minimum input, says Brian. I take all your points. I agree with you. I agree with most of you, to be honest. Like, I understand the points. You're all making very valid points. Unfortunately for us, at the end of the day, it's not going to be us who decide. It's the Glazers. And I think it comes down to a simple fact of, like the last kind of line I just said there, the Qataris believe a final decision simply comes down to whether the Glazers want to maintain some involvement with Manchester United. And if you had any spine about you at all as an owner, you would know the best thing for them, for that club, is for you lot to fuck off, essentially. You and all your 6 siblings, Kenneth, Keith, Darcy, King Gertrude, Peter, McLaughlin, whatever the names are, all 6 of them need to scurry on, mate. It's another back to America, stay over there, so we can crack on with this club and create a dynasty under Eric Ten Hag. That's what we need. So regardless, whatever you know, if you're Sir Jim, if you're Qatar, I think as one United, we all want the Glazers gone 100%. I think most people agree with that. And whoever doesn't, are probably a Liverpool fan or a Secret City fan or whatever. So my eyes will be glued to Sky Sports News when the news arrives. Sky Sports News are slow sports, to be honest with you. I'm not even copying Goldbridge there. He's absolutely spot on. Sky Sports News aren't the new, like, they're not the quickest anymore. I'm live before Sky Sports News. Do you know what I mean? Like, they will, in about an hour's time, you'll see Sky Sports going at breaking news. That geezer, what's his name? Fucking Sky Cavey, is that his name? Sat there like that on the table, like, right, Cavey, so what can you tell me? And he goes, the information I'm receiving is that Manchester United is up for sale. The Qataris want to pay 5.5. We believe that the Glazers want £6 billion. Blah blah blah. I just fuck, piss off, mate. Anyone could do that. Anyone could do that. Like, don't give me that you're giving me breaking news. Come off it. Yes, like Brian says there. Cavi is the best man to give you without giving you any news. He breaks the news with telling you the exact same news that's already out. Ridiculous, mate. No such thing as a City fan. They're all Stockport County fans in disguise. Yeah, glorified Stockport County fans. Sai saying, is it confirmed yet that the Saudis have Man U? No, not Saudis. No Saudis. Mate, perfect mimicry. Does everyone like the Sky Cavi? Yeah. I feel like everyone likes that. Why does it take so long for them to announce? It's like McAllister. It took them. Even deals, mate. Anything. Sky Sports are not the guys anymore to be breaking news. They're not. They wait for like actual credible journalists to report something out on Twitter. Then they do the checks, make sure it's all solid information, blah, blah, blah. And then they go live. Pretty much what we do, to be honest. I'm not slagging them, but the Sky Sports News is supposed to be credible, supposed to be on it. You know, we're just started like a year and a half ago. And we're jumping on it like as quick as possible. So I don't know, man. Yeah, for the members as well, by the way, we dropped the exclusive video a couple days back on Amad Diallo, his season so far, what he's done for Sunderland, how we will fit in Eric Ten Hag. So if you guys, I don't know if any of you guys have checked it out yet or not, but it's there anyway for you members. And obviously you might get another video this week. You'll see. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Danish is saying only Glazers out can give relief from pain of City's treble. Ignite Ethan saying I'd rather just get my news here or Goldbridge or Fabrizio. Well, if that is your chosen place of destination, Ignite Ethan, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. The reason why we all of us on this channel do content every single day relentlessly is because of the interaction we get from you lot. So thank you very much. Am I the only one who feels Ahmad should be sent on loan this season? No, look, I won't be mad at it. But I want to see him in the first team. I believe he's good enough to compete in the first team, to be honest with you. SK saying give it to Qatar. David Rutler just proving my point there, saying nothing on Sky Sports. Exactly. You'll see it. I promise you, David, I promise you, in half an hour or an hour's time, within that time frame, maybe even 6 o'clock, you will see either that Sky Cave with his glasses on, like that, or without, with his little suit on and his pen in his hand, saying the information I'm receiving is, or it'll be that that Dharmesh Seth, whatever the fuck his name is. Them two, like Bill and Ben, essentially. Slow sports, mate. Fabrizio is a source for transfers, he is. Not on this, he ain't. CR7, Manchester will never be blue. Manchester will always be red. Thank you very much. Got some sensible people in the chat. Who do you think will be the new owners and who do you prefer? I've always thought it'll be... I always thought it'd be Sir Jim. After the deal that he offered for the Glazers to stay on, make more money, I thought it'd be irresistible to them. Because that's what they've always wanted with this deal. However, with this fifth and final bid, which is said to be significant from Qatar, maybe that's enough to push him out the door. I don't know. It will feel like a bit of a blow, to be honest. If Sir Jim comes in, because you just know they're still there and they're still making money, and it's just like, that's not what we want. We want him gone. 100% sale, full sale. That's what I want. So it is what it is. But it says announced later this week. It's Sunday. So what's the crack there? Don't make sense to me, that. It is warm. Wow. I'm going to go off, sit in the garden very shortly. Ignite Ethan saying, do you want David De Gea gone? Yeah. Well, I don't know, gone's the right word, but I want a new keeper, yeah. You watch Onana last night for Inter Milan, and the City players were scared to press him because he's that good on the ball. He's like Alessandro playing out from the back. If you have a keeper like that, it just helps you build up so much. Watch the City game. Do me a favour. I know he's got time in their hands. Rewatch the FA Cup final against Manchester City and watch how many times he gives it away to them and how many times City retain possession just because of him, because he's not competent enough to play out from the back. That is why we need a new goalkeeper. Simple as that for me. Danish Iqbal saying, wouldn't it be funny if Sir Jim Ratcliffe gets the ownership and he is seeing game from home section at Stamford Bridge? Oh, God. Yeah, season ticket at Stamford Bridge, you know. Won't be 100% sale if Qataris buy it. You can't compete in the Champions League. Yes, we can. The UEFA president, Alexander Seferin, has said multi-club ownership is becoming more progressive now in European football. So you want to try to tell that to the UEFA president, mate. Love De Gea, but we need a goalkeeper who can play out from the back. Agreed. Gray says, De Gea give the ball to City 12 times in FA Cup final. That's shocking. I think that was in the first half as well. I counted like double figures in the first half. Awful. He's a great shot stopper, but has he even been a great shot stopper this season? It really has to. Ben Rama, West Ham. Everton, where he goes through his legs. Sevilla, like come off it. He's not. He's not that guy anymore. He's not that guy anymore. You take sentiment out of it, I think you sell De Gea, personally. But yeah, I agree. Not Pickford. Not Jordan Pickford. God, no. If Sir Jim was favourite, then why is he not the new owner? A go, defo something going on. Because the Glazers are just trying to push it up and up and up and up and up and up. You bicker with him, you bicker with him, you bicker with him. Why no conversation about Greenwood? Because he's going on loan. It's not like breaking news today. It was announced the other day. Greenwood's going on loan to Spain, Turkey, or Italy. One of 3 destinations. And then United will probably sell him. So, yeah. I'm a De Gea fan, but need a guy who's good with the ball at his feet, claims crosses, commands the box. That's what I mean. The question is, what is he good at other than shot stopping? And he weren't even good at shot stopping this season, really. I mean, obviously, he had some amazing saves. I'm not taking that away from him. But, yeah, look, I suppose it'll all come into fruition once the owner gets announced. Then we can start properly working on transfer targets, whether that's Mount, Kane, Kim Min-jae, and a few others. I have absolutely no idea. But this is significant. The transfer window opens on the 14th, doesn't it? I think it's a Wednesday. So if that gets announced before or on the day, hopefully we can start cracking on, because once it gives the green light, everything's in place there to do a deal then, and it can be done like that. So fingers crossed, we hear more news very shortly. If we hear anything at all, I will be live right here within minutes, going live about it. So turn on that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and smash a like on the video. Let's see what happens, guys. Thank you to everyone who's joined in on the TikTok, everyone who's dropped me a follow, everyone who's been interacting in the comment section. Might be live again in the next couple of hours, literally. So, and we've got loads of stuff planned. The members video should be dropping tomorrow, like I said, for you guys. So, yeah, hope you all enjoy it. Hope you all have a nice, lovely Sunday. Enjoy the sun, and let's see what happens with the ownership. And we might hear some news very, very shortly. Take care of yourselves. Appreciate every single one of you. all legends. Big up.